have changed the teaching system. But do we know what teaching system was already available in India? In fact, in India, we had a very well laid down system of various departments, and there were departments, more than 10 departments were available. The Kaya Chikitsa, which included physiology, pathology and medicine, Shalya Chikitsa, and then we have a science for eye and ear, and then we have pediatrics, dermatology, toxicology, and then also zeotics, by using chemical substances, how to influence the aging process, therefore regeneration, and also Vajigarna or vilification. So they look the human as a whole. Not even present all institutes are having these departments. Only India, Delhi is getting a geriatrics now. We had a medicine from geriatrics come out, but geriatrics is not available at so many places. And so many other branches. So we still look forward for having this kind of influences and this. Now, what happened? Why did we decline? Why this information has gone down? So the reason why it declined. The reason for decline, there are so many. There are so many, we think why it is declined. Perhaps one of the decline would have been either our own denial or external influences, or the environment is not conducive. Like I was reading yesterday, when Aryans came and how this Sabhyata disappeared. कोई सभ्यता जो आर्यन invasion हुआ, जो मोहनजोदड़ो, हड़प्पा, why this Sabhyata disappeared, and there are reasons to be discussed why this disappeared. From here to Takshashila, all Sabhyata, everything was there. From Patna, Patliputra, people used to go to learn Takshashila. So there are reasons why it has disappeared. So that's what the scientific reason we should. Not only, also the influence came up in terms of dominance and in terms of not able to fight, and therefore the colonial influence that time that came up took place. We lost our science, the glorious science at that point of time, which was peak at the point of Nalanda. At Nalanda it achieved the peak, and as I told you before. Now, if you look at what kind of evidence is available and where it started. It started out of the 4 Vedas, Atharvaveda. Atharvaveda clearly describes what we actually are practicing today. We're talking of longevity. We go anywhere, there are journals devoted for how to increase span of life, treatment of ailments, which is a medicine, cure of specific diseases, not only specific and non-specific you have to think, and elimination of germs, which is microbiology and bacteriology and virology, antidotes and to poisons, the toxicology and pharmaceuticals, prudent food habits and healthy lifestyle. Now this is important. Perhaps we lost some of them. I give you today's morning example. At 9:10, 3 ladies and 1 gent were walking. They asked me whether LT2, LT3. I said it's on 2nd floor. And where's the lift? I said, why are you asking for the lift? 2nd floor takes 30 seconds and 1 minute. Come on. We have to take lift. Now, who is losing? To 2nd floor rising is just 1 minute task. Lift takes 2 minutes. And we actually lost healthy lifestyle right over here. So one of the reasons that why we lose because of our own desire and not able to. So some of the hardcore evidence available, I told you, how come it's 9,000 and 10,000? We existed. There's an evidence 9,000-year-old tooth was found in the Baluchistan, which was a region of a Takshila, and it had a drilling hole. And they wondered how come this drill, what is to finding out, which is now being used. Several skills were recovered from the Mehergarh and Harappa cemetery, 2300 BC, before Christ, and they had a trepanation holes in the skull, which means that some surgery was done, like got a edema or a hematoma. One of my students, go and get the name of, I want 80 names because the planning was that to have 18 hostels. 19 was not thought of that point of time, Patanjali. And then I said, okay, get me at least 18 names who have contributed to the Indian science in ancient times. And look at the names. Atreya, Ashwini are 2 brothers, Charaka, Shaktapani, Shushata, Bhagvat, Madhav, Tara, Nimi, Kashyap, Patanjali, Bhav Mishra, Shamdhara, Nagarjun, Agastya, Dhanvantari, and Bhagwat and Jivika. So after this, what did I do with this list? So next hostel when it came up, and I said all Muslim hostels should be renamed. And in continuity, because I joined in 81, I stayed in Ashwini Hospital. Before that, a Bhagwat, number 6 and number 7. We used to call them Ashwini. So I was an Ashwini person. I was staying in Ashwini, and we had Ashwini. After some time, this Ashwini disappeared. Look at the history. It was called hostel number 7. And nobody knew when I joined, where is Ashwini? So no, I don't know where is Ashwini. And you are staying in Ashwini? No, sir, I am staying in number 7. And that's how we lose. We actually lost for some time. The hostel was so named. So this is the time, 18, the next hostel came up. We gave the name Kashya. It never existed before. And I said, I made a whole list that we're going to have this kind of a display and this. So then I worked out why these names were so given. And say aims is a unique. Salute to those people who thought of giving the name Bhagwat, Ashwini, that point of time to all these hostel number 7, 7, 8 and all others. So look at it. This is a map of took yesterday from Google Map, and Google Map actually lists and shows several hostels. Hostel number 3 you can see. And sometimes, now I wish instead of saying hostel number 3, it should show the actual name of that particular hostel. Like Bhagwat, Ashwini, another thing. Why it's not there? Because when person we are using, you are actually not saying that I am going to Ashwini. You tell the Google I am going to hostel number 1. So he quickly learns it. The moment you give your exit address, if I tell I am not KKP, I tell something else, say okay, something else. So that's what is happening. So now there are 19 hostels. The last one is Patanjali in place, and they are. Now, who are these guys? Who are these people? Sharak, Chivak, Shushat, Madhav. If you go and ask the one who is staying, he doesn't know. Now, that's what the learning is. Now, they are not small people, much bigger people, and they must have done wonders and must have hundreds of PhD should be awarded or DSc should be awarded. Now, these are some of the ancient acharya and scientists, physicians. I will cut short to this. I will come up again before I tell you. Now, here this is important. This is, I'm talking of science, what science they did. So I have a picture that I can go and. Yeah, so hostel number 1, Charaka. All people know about the Charaka. One of the important is that he counted 360 bones in a human being. It's not easy. Even if I give you the body, it's not easy. And classifying in 30 categories. And there was a discussion and dispute over this, which I come later. The concept of Hridaya, like heart, was illustrated in Charak Samhita. He regarded this as a supreme vital organ. Why supreme vital organ? Later they said why it is supreme vital organ. If you take away this, your life goes away. And this is the only thing which can be taken away and by killing all the stuff. This is their given. Charak credited the rewriting and editing Agniveta's text. So Agnishwar, and while Charak's own text was later revised by Dirbala, Kashmir in 8th century. Look at here. This is all scientific document is available. Now hostel number 2, which is called Jivaka, and Jivaka they use the purgative for constipation, the pharmacotherapy, abdominal surgery for intestinal obstruction, which could they remove the kink or which they can remove, and use of herbal remedies for wound healing. He authored Vriddhi Jivika Tantra. So each author is having a book, 1 or 2 or 3 books. Look at the 3, hostel number 3, Shushruta. You all know about Shushruta. We have already talked about Shushruta. So I'm going away from here. Shushruta added descriptions of a bone marrow and fat to the bones. Earlier they counted the bones, but how bones are connected and what are they functioning? Like the bone marrow, which is a place for hematopoiesis, so that actually they did the counting. Madhav, authored Madhav Nidanam or Madhav Nidan. Nidan means treatment. So it's a textbook available. And this is what is available. So I think I will stop. So I just try to finish. So the next one is okay. Next one after.
So now I think I will be skipping some of them. So Nagarjuna Hostel, Bagbhatta Hostel, Ashwini Hostel, and Bahadwar Hostel. So I'm skipping all these descriptions, but all this description is scientific. There's nothing written that those kind of things. Look at here, like famous for his insatiable appetite for learning and scholarship. It's important to be a good teacher, and you can teach. He taught Ayurveda to his disciples and group included Devodata and Dhanvantari. So he was a teacher of the Dhanvantari, which means for thousands and thousands years we had a legacy who wrote the book and taught to the next generation. That's how science got accumulated and became Charak Samhita or Shrishut Samhita. It's not a product of one teacher. Nagarjuna, Bagbhatta, Ashwini, the Ashwini two brothers, and Bhardwaj. Some of these are mythological descriptions. We don't find actual people here, but this is a good treatise. And just read about this. He taught Ayurveda to his disciples, a group of included. This is all. Next one is Dhanvantari, Aktaya. These are the newly added ones. Aktaya was added later. Agnivesha and Patanjali. And for Patanjali, we know they are enormous contributions. So these all contributions are available. This PPT will be available to you for you to read. So these are the pictures. I just thought of showing the pictures. Like these are the Ashwini brothers. They are always seen as a Ashwini brothers, and they were great people served in the another next one. Now, what is the effect, understanding of ancient understanding of doing making a physical fitness? So this is the exercise as an intervention. It's not a today's phenomenon. It has been used in past. Like before 3200 BC, exercise as intervention study has been used. So origin of concept of EIM, Indus Valley Civilization. This document is available. Now 4000 BC, the concept of Indian humoral theory, the dosha to dhatu doctrine, influencing health finds is mentioned in Yog-Veda. They said there are something which influences your health and which can be used to monitor your health or illness. And therefore they also further told exercise, sedentary lifestyle, and selective food among others were considered to be to alter the equilibrium between the humors, doshas, and resulting into diseases. That's a very big statement. Now, what our duty is now doing scientific evidence to this statement. And it's not one study required, maybe hundreds of studies required around this topic. If you try to dissect cause and effect relationship. Then Aktaya Samhita, 800 BC, the oldest record of medical practice in the world, and also the world's oldest living evidence of exercise therapy is different. 800 BC, Charaka, the Indian father of medicine, the composer of Charak Samhita, advocated Vyayam, exercise, or exercise daily. The oldest definition of exercise is Charak Samhita. You look for several definitions now from WHO, but they are already available right over here. 600 BC, Sushruta, the founding father of surgery, authored the Sushruta Samhita, included exercise as a prescription of disease prevention and treatment. Each prescription had an exercise as a component. Now, where did I get it? I get it from Tipton and Tipton, one of the authors studying about exercise. That is the great. For our own authors, who are 1000 years old, we have to cite 2008 authors to convince the world. And that has to go reverse. Because we are not writing about it, we are not publishing about it, or that publication has already gone. Otherwise, the reference should have been 4000 years old reference, which is already available. We have to maintain those libraries. Now, how did we contribute? How did we contribute towards bringing some evidence? So, I'll give you one example of our study which was published 2 weeks ago. Next. So, we started thinking of about 6-7 years ago how Prakriti features can we observe them and how phenotypic characters tend to differ between healthy individuals. Try to take people and based on the coincidence of the features of individual can be classified into different types of, can we do that? And aim to explore the understand autonomic tone among Prakriti classified healthy individuals. You are trying to look for how does autonomic tone, recorded from cardiac autonomic tone and vascular functions vary in different type of So this is a paper recently published 2 weeks ago, and this is a big trial between IGIB and AIMS, and this is one of the two co-authors are first authors, like both are first authors, and Pratibha Rangan, our PhD student, and this is a big study which we carried out. And just quickly talk about appears in physiology reports, and 25th July and 5th August. So it just came about a week ago. Next one. Now what did we do? We took 2 cohorts, one AIMS, nearby AIMS, and NCR area, okay, all colleges here, and one KEMHRC, which is KM Hospital Research Center, which is a collaboration with the IGIB, that is the Babu near Pune. So we took healthy subject from there, not one, scan 1,000, more than 1,000 we scanned. And after 1,000 scanning, we tried to find out pure Prakriti types. We could get 7 types. And therefore, so out of 1,000, like all colleges were screened, right from here. You go to Dalbing Singh College, you go to Jamia, you go anywhere college, we scanned them. We could get 79 subjects, what 97, 68, 68, and mixed 146. Putting them together. It was a great effort. The thesis got delayed about 2 years just because of this, because we wanted to do this, and COVID happened. But if we could succeed. What did we do? The subject was treated for 5 minutes before tilting, 5 minutes tilt, and after tilt. So the person is taken, takes supine, tilt, and again rest. Therefore, we were giving a authentic stress to try to see the fall in blood pressure and change in this thing, and therefore so it's a very golden test to quantify autonomic tone and latency both. And therefore, so what did we find? This is a graph from the same report published. We found that Pitta and Kapha, they differed significantly in terms of autonomic responses, especially the delta. And that significance came up, and therefore, next one please. The Kapha type people had significantly lower change in heart rate, low frequency, low frequency, which is a sympathetic outflow, high frequency, which is parasympathetic outflow, and which is LFHF2, sympathetic parasympathetic outflow, then Pitta people. It's a low autonomic reactivity, which means these people are going to have postal fall earlier in life, or if they become patient, so we can predict. The predictive, so they do not react that much, therefore their blood pressure will fall. The heart is not reacting that much, therefore blood pressure will fall. The relative change in heart rate and parasympathetic parameters, RMNSD, and was significantly greater than Vata than Kapha. And you know Vata Pitta Kapha better than us, but we know autonomic better than anybody. Therefore, when we put together, we can have this kind of statement. Thus, the low baseline and low response to head-up tilt in Kapha and maximum drop in parasympathetic activity of Vata may indicate a predisposition to the early autonomic dysfunction and associated conditions. That was told by 7,000 years ago. That's written there. That somehow this influences your body constitution and physiological behavior. That's what it comes as. So next one. So this is how we can prove. There we did for furthermore analysis. Concave plot description vary with the Prakriti types. This is another finding we had at 20. So I will quickly come to the what aim of yours or us or anybody or WHO that convert our population to a more healthy population. The only few 5 to 10% are ill health, and therefore increase the fitness level. And Ayurveda and current medicine, when they put together, they can do it. They can do it in a better way. And there are some suggestions for how Ayurveda and yoga or we can have integrated medical systems. So there are suggestions. All these are. Thank you so much. Now we are yet to understand a lot. We are yet to understand a lot. This book was published Dr. N.H.K. Swami, 1974, right over here. It speaks volumes about ancient medicine. And we still need to decipher chakra. We don't know about chakra. You know about it, but what is their fundamental basis? Nobody knows about it. So the way ahead between medical sciences and Ayurvedic sciences, that development of scientific aptitude among the person involved in complementary medicine, like you people need to understand science and speak science and talk science and behave in science. If you don't do that, no, we lose it. And for us, development of aptitude for inclusiveness among allopathic physicians. And that's what we should do, that we should be inclusiveness. Thank you so much with that. Thank you.